Hello students, and this is our next lecture. Here we are continue to talk with you about present simple sentences, and in this lesson it will be negative sentences. We discussed with you the structure of the negative sentences, but we need to practice with you and practice a lot of examples. So how to build a negative sentence in the present simple tense. To make a negative sentence in English, we normally use do not or don't or doesn't, does not with all verbs except to be and modal verbs can, might, should, would, shall, will, and so on. So to be, it means forms am, is, are. And with am, is, are, we don't need to use our auxiliary verb plus not, do not or does not. Examples: affirmative sentence, you speak French. Negative, you don't speak French. As you can see, you have subject, you have infinitive form of the verb in the positive sentence, but if you want to create a negative sentence, you need to put subject, auxiliary verb plus not, do not, or a short form don't, and after that the main verb of the action, speak. The main verb of the action in the infinitive form. This is the structure that you need to follow and create your sentences. Why do we have a problem with sentences when we want to speak and create our own sentences to build them? We can't use the structure, we don't understand the part of the speech, which part of the speech I need to put in this sentence. This is our problem. So you will see that we add do not between the subject and the verb. This is a rule. We need to put auxiliary verb don't or doesn't between subject and the main verb of the action. We use do not when the subject is I, you, we, they. This is the rule, and we know this rule. We have already learned it. Affirmative, we speak German. Negative, we do not speak German. We don't speak German. First, that you need to remember when to use don't, when subject I, you, we, they. Where to put don't? Between subject and the main verb of the action. Two rules, and you can create your own sentences. Doesn't. When the subject is he, she, or it, we add doesn't between the subject and the verb to make a negative sentence. He speaks German. He doesn't speak German. When the subject he, she, it, you need to use auxiliary verb does plus negative word not. Negative word not. Does not, doesn't. Notice that when you create a negative sentence and use auxiliary verb doesn't, you don't need to put s at the end of the main verb. It will be just infinitive form, yeah? So he speaks German, he doesn't speak German. You don't need to put s at the end of the verb speak. Contractions, yeah? Short forms that we need to understand. What is it? Where we have taken it. Do not, this is don't. Does not, this is doesn't. So the same meaning. I do not like meat, I don't like meat. Or the opposite, yeah? There is no differences in meaning. The same meaning, but this is just short form, and we can use these short forms, these contractions for our speech. Next examples. Write all notes, because they are so useful for you. Structure of the negative sentences. One more time. The following in the word order to construct a basic negative sentence in English in the present simple tense using don't or doesn't. One more time. The structure. Right now, you can speak with me and explain the grammar rules by yourself. So, subject, first position, are you with they? Auxiliary verb, do plus not, or the short form don't. Verb of the action, the main verb, infinitive form, have, buy, eat, like, and so on. The rest of the sentence. Subject she, it. Auxiliary verb does plus not or doesn't. Verb, infinitive form, the main verb of the action, the rest of the sentence. In the negative sentence, you don't need to put s or es at the end of the main verb because you have does. This is do plus es, does. One more time. Notes. You don't need to put to before infinitive form of the verb. You need to use verb without to, infinitive form without to. What else do we need to remember? Example. So when you read grammar rules about infinitive form of the verb, to have, to read, to write. But when we put this verb in the sentence, we don't need to use to, because this is the first verb in your sentence. This is the main verb of the action, infinitive form, subject, verb without to. In positive sentences, subject, auxiliary verb, and main verb. Also without to. In negative sentence, you don't need to use to here. Examples of negative sentences with our auxiliary verb. You don't speak Arabic. John doesn't speak Italian. We don't have time for a rest. It doesn't move. They don't want to go to the party. She doesn't like fish. So, first position, subject. Second position, auxiliary verb, depends of the subject. Are you with they? Don't. He, she, it, doesn't. Main verb of the action. You can see different colors, different part of speech. And after the main verb of the action, the rest of the sentence. In the rest of the sentence can be noun, can be adjective, other part of speech. Next, what do we have here? You can write these sentences, you can create your own sentences like examples and practice. Next lesson. So, in the next lesson we are going to continue with you to practice more, to have more examples, to speak with you. Of course, this is our main goal at the end of this course. See you next time. Have a great day and stay positive. That you can make mistakes. It's okay, why not? But you can check yourself, you can translate something, find new word and so on, so on. But if like I feel that I'm tired a little bit, so like I need to have some rest, and after that maybe 30 minutes for me, I will read something, yes? So this is normal. English must be